Hey, this is the video commentary for the song Jodi's Just Runnin'. This might be short, but probably won't be. Jodi's Just Runnin' was written at this time whenever, I've mentioned it before, I don't know if you've seen any other videos, but if you haven't, real quickly, I was going through this period in when I was trying to write country songs, like in the mid-2000s. So this was that. I was like getting heavily into trying to write like acoustic, country, story-based kinds of songs. So that's when this was happening. So this song, here's how this, I'm going to tell you that, oh yes, okay, yeah. Here's how this song was kind of born, without getting into detail. I was with a friend. There were bare feet. And this is so weird to start this commentary this way, but true. There were bare feet, and we were talking about toes, and I didn't have an icky toe, but I think I said, it just sounded funny. I was like, icky toe, and somehow the phrase icky toe was spoken, to which I said, Ickatoe, like I've been there, I've been to Ickatoe, like that's where so-and-so's from. And it just sounded like, I live in Florida, it just sounded like a goofy little city somewhere in the South, Ickatoe, you know, oh yeah, I know, she lives over in Ickatoe. And from that I just went, Ickatoe, that's where so-and-so lives, which turned out to be Jodi. And my brain just painted this picture of this girl in a small town called Ickatoe, that's where this story kind of fleshed out. Like, well, now I need music for this. But I was happy with it. I had the song. There was a period when I had the songwriters, what they call the songwriter's ear out, when I was trying to find song ideas anywhere I could. That's where this song came from. The Same Mistake was written around the same time. While We're Here was written around the same time. I got a song nobody's heard called Don't Blame the Stars, written around the same time. But I was reading all these books about just keep your ear out for story ideas for songs, which I thought I still try to do, because I always try to find other things to write about, something different. I got so many old songs that are about the same thing, you know. Anyway, this song, there's not much to talk about musically on this song. It's just kind of an upbeat poppy kind of thing. It's actually similar in tone. I intentionally made it similar to Table for Two, my old song Table for Two, because to this day I still hear about Table for Two. I've written like 100 songs, and this goofy country song, and some of the lines in it are still embarrassing. I still hear about Table for Two. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just make another one that's a little more updated and a little more interesting. So that's kind of it. The story is just, if you read the lyrics, or if I kind of talk fast in the song and in life. But the story is just like this girl who, I'll tell you, some people didn't get it, I guess, because I sent it away to be, I submitted it a few times, and I got notes back, and I'm like, no, you don't get the point, like, which means I failed in my job as a songwriter to tell the story. It means I failed, but I'm going to just say it. It's just a girl. Jodi's in a little town, but she doesn't want to, and everybody had everything planned for her. Her parents are rich, she's beautiful, she's popular, she's everything you want, but she has decided she wants to be more than that. You know, I don't want to just stay in my little small town and do what everybody tells me to do. I'm going to show everybody that I can be my own person. So she leaves Ickatoe, or no, she doesn't leave Ickatoe. Hell, I don't even know my own song, my own story. Oh yeah, she goes to Ickatoe, that's right. She goes to Ickatoe to get away from the small town. So I've messed this all up now. It's been 10 years since I wrote it. The point is, she's away from home, and she feels like she's showing everybody at home that she can be her own person. She doesn't need her parents' money or privilege or her reputation. She can go to a place she doesn't know on her own out here in Ickatoe and make it for herself. But if you listen to the chorus, the first line of the song is, well, not the first line, the first verse is, Jodi stuck at a traffic light, hard day working noon to 5. So in her mind, working 5 hours is like hard. That's a hard day's work. Noon to 5. Everybody thought I misspoke the word 9, but I intentionally changed 9 to noon because it's almost the same, but it's not the same. And it's to demonstrate that in Jodi's mind, a 5 work shift is like, oh my God, who works 5 hours a day? That's how spoiled and privileged she is. So that's the first lines of the song. Jodi's stuck at a traffic light. She's mad because this doesn't happen to her. Hard day working noon to 5. oh God, that was really tough there. She's so proud she's on her own out here in Nicoteau. So she left home, and now she's here in Nicoteau. And out here in Nicoteau, she tells her, I should have the lyrics. She tells her friends that life is hard while she drives around in her daddy's car. So her dad paid for her car. She's not paying for her car, but it doesn't register for her. She's on her own, but she's not really on her own. But she feels like she is because that's how naive that she is. So that's kind of the basic of the song, like a privileged, spoiled little girl left home and to show everybody she could do it on her own. But they're still paying for everything. They're paying for her car. She's working part-time. Her daddy pays the bills and her mama prays for her little girl that ran away. That's the chorus. Her daddy pays the bills and mom. So basically, she didn't grow. She just moved. And the family's still paying for everything. So that's kind of what the song's about. Somebody who wants to grow and doesn't know how and is warped in their idea of what being an adult is. Where's the second verse? Wow, I haven't thought about this song in a long time. I'm really good. Sorry, I'm just kidding. I'm going to regret that later. What's the second verse? She grew up in a Bible town. So like the Bible about, like, this kind of small town. She grew up in a Bible town. Everyone had it all worked out. She was going to live the charm life, stay at home, be the good wife. So they, here's who you're going to... Oh, there was a verse I had. I didn't include it. There was a verse I had told from the point of view of her fiancé, because she was engaged, and that's what made her decide she wanted to leave. Like, I'm not going to let anybody just, this was my childhood sweetheart, and I'm not going to live the life I'm supposed to live. I'm going to, go on my own. But that's right, yeah. So basically her whole life was mapped out for her. She was going to stay in her small town, live a life of privilege, never have to do anything, and she decided she was better than that, but she's really not. She just left, and she's still being taken care of. That's why the bridge of the song has a narrative switch, where it's late at night when she should be sleeping, and she can't fool herself anymore. The demons of doubt come creeping. Is this all that she's been running for? So somewhere way deep in there that she denies herself exists reality where she's like, I'm really not doing this. I'm really still dependent on everybody else, but I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to face it, and that's it. And what happens next is whatever happens next. She stay there, she go home, don't know. Anyway, I took 3 times longer explaining that song than it takes to listen to it because it's 3 minutes long and it's all wrapped up in this bouncy major key song. But that's basically it. That's one of my few story songs that I just kind of made up out of nowhere because one night I had a bare foot and somebody said icky toe. Anybody still listening to this? Alright, thanks. Bye.